All right, Sarah. I love that you got this 2-on-1 or this Russian tie. This thing was pretty nice. Uh, get a little closer where your shoulder is kind of like next to or even on top of their shoulder, and then drive that shoulder down. But this is really good. Like you have the wrist, the bicep. This is like the good starting point of a good Russian tie. I also like that you both started from here. Too many of us are starting on our butt, and it's not making us well rounded enough. So I like that you're doing this stuff early in your career. I think you try to off balance. She's pushing off, which is what she's supposed to do. An excellent tie up here. You reach to, I can't tell if she pulled you or if you reached in for something. But this space here left you wide open for an ankle pick. She didn't have to reach down far enough or very far. So she reaches down and you have nothing on this side, like the back side. So she's able to take you down because there's no base back there. Um, just a kind of a minor mistake. Try not to step too far. Typically, maybe a shoulder width, forward, back, and from left to right. Anything longer generally leads into a takedown. You get good knee shield here, which I like. You try that underhook, she slides back in. You're not flat on your back, which is beautiful. I like that you're not, here you settle a little bit, but early on you're fighting for that side position. Try not to let your arms come around the head. Get them in front. I like that you're fighting the hand grip on this side. Good. Getting that back in. Now you're on your side again. You're not flat. And you're going to come in for this underhook, which is a thing of beauty. Um, I like that you prop yourself up on the elbow. This is pretty deep. Um, she does a really good job of straightening herself out and then dropping her weight kind of around your hip. The other thing of this is when they do that, ask me in person, but I like to grab the lower leg around the shin, just below the knee. That way I can continue to come up. I can straighten the arm, and it almost acts like a wedge. So they're not able to put as much weight down on you, but you're able to kind of keep the weight off. I'll have to show it. I've taught it before. It's been quite a long time. So it's something that you should ask at the end of class. I think it'll be useful for you because you want this underhook to begin with. And sometimes they're going to drive this chest down. They're going to get their weight down. And that shin grab really does help in either getting up or maintaining some kind of a grip so they can't go around you. This is a little unfortunate. Uh, I can't tell where her leg is. All right, let's go back. So I'm pretty sure the choke was pretty tight. She said this is one of her go-tos. I think, and correct me, this is one of her legs, and I think her other leg is wedged on the inside of your outside leg here. Don't let that come out. You're actually in a decent place to manage the guillotine. Still have to fight the hands. Still have to adjust, kind of like all the stuff that he mentioned in yesterday's class at the end. But because she doesn't have that leg out, you're in a far better position to then transition to this side of the body. Once she gets the leg out, it turns into a whole nother thing. That comes out and she's able to come over the top. Good hand fighting. I kind of want you to stand. Don't let her stand over you. this is good. I don't think she's able to take your back. Good. I think you both come up and then topple. Yeah. So what I want you to do here, I want you to one stand. But I want you to drive, once you do stand, drive this leg between both of yours. So your right leg in this situation should be over her shin after you stood. That way you can start to drive the knee backwards between both of your legs, if that makes sense. You're almost in a headquarters position, which I reviewed recently. And in the headquarters position, she has your leg trapped, this one. Once you clear her left leg, you can start to either just kind of collapse into a mount. You can back step, but it makes it easier to traverse some of what she's doing here. As long as she has this foot, on your hip, it's harder for you to deal with. She can manage this knee shield. She can manage your weight from coming forward. She can start to come under you if she really wanted to. She can off center you as well. So you, I think, roll. This was a little alarming. I was hoping you didn't roll the wrong way and kind of hurt yourself. But we eventually get out. You get on top. Nice transition. She did not catch your foot, which is an issue on her behalf. And I think you then submit her from top. Make sure this, anytime I'm in this position, if you're battling a war on two fronts, in essence. You're battling this grip, and then you're battling the hook from getting in. I like to crush everything in. So this elbow, this knee kind of touch. And I use the elbow to kind of push the foot out whenever possible. And if I can hide, kind of like the way they were discussing defending the guillotine yesterday, hiding your chin, using your shoulder to kind of hide that whole entry point. If you do that coupled with getting this elbow and this knee together, it's harder for them to take the back. Not impossible, just harder. So you defend well. You start to turn. I love that you're grabbing his hand over here. Good. Just past the knee. Deep breaths. Anytime you're on top, find ways to get just that extra oxygen in. I know we're working a lot, but find that pacing of when you can breathe, when you can inhale, exhale. It's going to be huge for you. Nice transition to mount. Have you move, and I think the video stops pretty soon after. Nice round. I'm really enjoying the way you're rolling these days. Rolling with you is not easy for me. Your base and your forward pressure are getting so good at certain positions that I have to fight almost using tricks. My frames have to be almost perfect. I can't toy and play around as much as I used to. It's a harder game for me to play, but I'm enjoying it. I rolled with Jorge yesterday, same thing. Um, there's just a level of pressure and balance that you guys are getting into that is really complementing the game that you're starting to play or that have been playing, and it's putting the bottom person at a really big disadvantage. Continue to do that. Things are looking good. I do want you to play a little bit more guard, so maybe we can discuss that later. Great job.